Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your financial market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Tuesday, and we're at the 23rd of September. Can you believe that? Wow, 2025, just getting out of 6:20 p.m. Central Time. Well, you had a down day in the stock market. I don't even know how to use the word down day in the stock market. It just keeps going up every day. The break was shallow. You're making up some of that tonight. We'll see if it can do more. Gold and silver breaking down a little bit. Silver looked a little tired to me today. If you were watching the market around 12:30, 1 o'clock, you saw it starting to bend over, pulling back a little bit there. Energies up and away, and they did very well today, as did a number of the ETFs with them. Bonds and notes, a bit of a rally. They've been almost every single day adding yield back, so that's been fun to watch. Foreign currencies, a little bit of everything, but I think the dollar is again turning itself into a downtrend and the euro back into an uptrend. How strong it'll be is the question. So we take a look right now, and you're going to get the Mortgage Bankers Association numbers at 6 in the morning. August new home sales will be released at 9 o'clock. They're looking for a small decline in it. The EIA petroleum stocks, that'll be out at 9:30. San Francisco President Daly, should be speaking tomorrow at about 3 in the afternoon. And Fed Chair Powell today was in Providence, Rhode Island, in a question and answer period at their Chamber of Commerce. And he basically said a lot of things, did not get away from his regular frame, the data dependency. But when asked about the stock market, he said equity prices are fairly highly valued. He didn't say overbought, but fairly highly valued. Interesting term. So why don't you and I take a look and see what fairly highly valued is? As you can see, you're up right now 0.9% for the week. And if the market were to close here, it'd be an all-time high close approaching 67.18. When you take a look at how the chart has gone, it's just been a run to the upside, followed by a swing line that keeps on the breaks, making higher lows and higher highs. The support in the market is fairly far away at 66.25, about 100 points down. And the resistance is right here. You keep running up to it and backing off the upper Bollinger Band. What about momentum? Until the red line closes under 79, I'm not looking for a big break. I want it to do that. I want to get a reset in these charts where you can come in and try to get some neat buys going into year end. It's hard to buy this rally. I think you'd agree with that. In the NASDAQ, same thing. Like to see the market under that 79, get a pullback. Without it, the trend is up, going higher until you break that slow stochastic down. Not the case in the Dow. It's starting to weaken right now, losing everything, getting overbought. Could be a pullback coming here, and you're starting to do it in the Russell. So two of the indices are showing its first chink in the armor where they don't want to just keep running up. That doesn't mean they can't. Am I bearish on any of them? That is not what I said at all. I said I'm looking for buying opportunities on breaks, and I'd love to see the slow stochastic break down enough and pull price with it to get a reset going into the end of the year to be a buyer. When I look at the DAX, here's your battleground. We've been fighting. Each day I've said this, the 100-day average and the 18. You've narrowed in. It's like you formed a triangle, an apex. Which way is it going to break out? We might find out tomorrow. In the notes, I think you'd agree you've added yield. When the futures fall, you're adding yield. 2-year, you're adding yield, as you can see down here. When we come to the dollar index, I am now in the bear camp. I think that until price, in fact, I think the pros will sell this market at the 18-day average, around 97.18. And I think they'd throw in the towel if they get over 97.45, potentially looking for the lower Bollinger Band. Flip-flop in the euro. I think they'd be buying the breaks back to the 18-day average, looking for the market up here, but they would not want to see the market get underneath yesterday's low. That would be Monday's low. British pound, I don't see a darn thing. I see a higher high, lower and low on the chart. Bitcoin is in a correction phase. That's what you can call it. I doubt it's going back under here, but it wouldn't surprise me. Why do I say that? Because the first support showing itself now at the 100-day average. We'll see how it does from there. I'm not bullish on it at this point. When we look at the energies, I think you're caught, and I said this the other day, at the 100-day average up to the 200. You just keep going back and forth in there. Sort of the same thing happening in WTI. You've got more bullishness than bearishness, and I said, I think I would hold off and only want to be in the bull side of the heating oil going into winter months. The gasoline, I don't feel that way, and natural gas has come down to the lower Bollinger Band and oversold. I'm going to remind you, you can join us in the morning subscriber videos where we talk buy here, sell there with the charts. You can get some free offers from us by going to iraepstein.com free offers, or move your cursor up to the top here. That's another way to do it. There'll be an icon. It'll take you right there. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening. Hope you watch the other videos, and I'll catch up with you in the morning.